The following podcast has been brought to you by Audible.com. Sign up now using the URL audibletrial.com/TTV to get a free audiobook of your choosing. We recommend Brick by Brick, How LEGO Rewrote the Rules of Innovation and Conquered the Global Toy Industry. You may recognize this as one of the sources we use in our show, Bionicle Autopsy. Remember, that's audibletrial.com/TTV. Enjoy the show. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sync.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 183 of the TTV Podcast.
Mardi Gras!
Yeah!
So exciting, guys. I am so excited.
How's it going, everybody? Well, how you
TTV. I'm always excited for TTV.
Are you really?
Always.
Just a minute ago, you were like, "Oh, it's so early."
No, I wasn't complaining that it was so early. I was complaining
you were.
that I've only
You know, he was
complain
complaining
about
that he didn't get a lot of sleep.
I was saying that I only have 3 hours of sleep. That's what I was complaining
I
about.
have a job now, meaning I have to wake up like super early and not get any sleep. You guys don't like me having sleep. That's why you schedule things so early.
Thank you,
That
buddy.
was you, like,
To be
5
fair,
minutes ago.
LJ did also consciously pick the night shift. So
See, I did do that,
Preference.
and I have no regrets.
I have no regrets about my
no.
decisions.
Well, I mean, you
that
maybe have
eventually hurt
one or
me
two
in the
regrets
end.
this morning.
Okay. Well,
I don't understand what just happened.
how's it?
I love it.
I don't understand what just happened.
How's it going, guys?
Sleep deprived, apparently.
Sleep deprived.
We need a Eljay impression soundboard.
Okay.
Yeah, that was perfect. That's like the perfect reaction to basically everything in the world. I don't understand what just happened.
He sounds like a mix between Eljay and Squidward. Sleep
El
deprived.
Oh boy,
All right.
Meso, how have you been doing this week?
I've been doing pretty great.
I don't care.
man.
Introduce us.
I was gonna say, oh, you actually care?
I was
Be
thinking
that
about
way.
how to segue.
Be that way, far.
Whatever happened to your fancy segues, huh?
I'm messing it.
I'm Barter, and
I'm LJ.
I'm Kahi.
I'm Venom.
I'm Viper.
I'm Takuma Nuva.
And once again, this is TTV episode 183. Without further ado, plugs.
Gosh, line up.
yo! Hey, everybody, go to Vessel.com. It's where we do things. I was gonna be a rhyme, but then I gave up.
Yeah, I can tell.
Wow. such a
That's-
stellar plug.
That's like a bird
Best
that
plug.
wanted to fly, but then just was like, I got food in the ground.
It's like a baby bird that just hatched out of the egg, but the mama bird was not a really good mama and just like kicked it out of the nest like, way before it was too early, or way before it was too
Oh, no.
Gone
ready,
forever.
and then it
that
just
bird.
instead of flying, it just like crashed into the ground.
It sounds
broke
like
its
this
neck, and
analogy.
exploded into little parts.
Your analogy
how we got
sounds
the
like this
no-go
analogy.
Then a cat found it and took it
Dude, your
away.
analogy sounds like my analogy, but worse than the analogy that was part of the analogy from yesterday.
Hey guys, stop arguing over whose analogy is bigger than the others. Let's move
Vessel-
on.
My
available
analogy
for
wants
$3
you
a
to
month
go to
for
Vessel.com so that you can check out this podcast as it's been released instead of watching it in that crummy old YouTube.com where you're a week behind.
They'll likely
Check us out on
take it
Vessel.com/TTV channel. You can watch a podcast. And it's good. It's free. Watch it
It's
early.
good,
A
I
week
hope.
in
And also
It's
watch
good.
all
It's
the
good.
other
It's
stuff.
free.
It is good.
No, it must be
guys,
good
it
because
is.
you're still
Guys.
here watching it.
Guys, podcast. It's good. It's free. It's Vessel.com. Go to it now.
I like that slogan. It's good, it's free. Vessel.com.
I mean,
I
To
kind
be
of want that
fair-
to be the new slogan.
it's not free. I mean,
Yeah,
part of
in,
it's
like,
free,
tiny-
but
Podcast
not all
is
of it's
free.
free. Early
At the
access
end-
stuff is $3 a month, but you also
Yeah.
get other people aside from us, like
Channel
I mean,
awesome.
Nostalgia Critic
I hadn't
and like
gotten.
a source
I
fed.
hadn't gotten into the early access stuff yet, Kahi. I was only talking about the podcast specifically. Thank you for not understanding or paying attention to my plug.
Yeah,
don't
Kahi.
It's good. It's free.
Thanks for ruining
You're taking
our
forever to get this.
professional
The podcast
plug-in.
is good and free. Check it out on Vessel.com. Anyway,
Soiled
and then
it.
also, while you're on Vessel.com, be sure to check out Vessel Early Access and check out all of our content for free for only $3 a month. It's not that much. It's the price of a pencil, and you get access to all the other content creators in Vessel as well.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's still
There
a
you go.
$3 pencil.
Wait, Var, did you say you can check out all of our content for free for $3 a month?
You can check out all of our content for free for $3 a month.
I don't think you said that.
It's free, but it's only for donators who donate at least $3 a month.
Just like
If there's
healthcare.
any...
Okay.
If there's,
Oh boy. Why you gotta do this?
if there's any confusion, the
Yeah,
podcast
That's
this
not, it's
can
not
of
politics.
worms.
It's how it works. That's,
Not-
that's
Listen,
what-
listen.
system.
Here, I'll lay it out for all those who might be confused. You can go to vessel.com/the TTV channel, watch every single bit of our content for free when we decide to release it, or you can pay the Vessel Early Access, which is only $3 a month, price of a pencil. Access that all that content a week in advance before it's put up on Vessel for free and YouTube.
Or
I would
you
say
can
it's
give
really
us
cool.
your soul.
And in doing so, not only do you show your support for the channel, but you help us help you by making more videos just like this one.
Get to hear my licorice
Or better.
voice in higher quality.
Or better. Probably better. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all.
Podcast
That was
is
a-
the main shtick, but I don't know if it's the best thing.
I think
Among-
the podcast is
Among
like the
all of our
best thing.
content?
What if I like to see the podcast as like our Megazoid, where it's like
I think
all
the
the
podcast
other
is like
shows are
Megazoid?
like the different components.
Megazoid.
Megazoid. You mean
Megazoid.
Freakazoid? Or are you like
I
going
think you mean
Power Rangers and
Megazord.
taking Megazord?
Megazord. Okay.
Megazord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like an
Ouch.
idiot.
Good
Freakazoid-
point.
Can you,
I
okay,
did.
Can you imagine Freakazoid piloting a Megazord?
Freakazoid.
I had a friend who was telling the story. His brother, when he was really young, was a big fan of Power Rangers, and he said that like
High
when
five
all
to
the
him.
swords came together to form the what's it called, the Megazord. That was the most mind-blowing moment of his life. And he's like,
Yeah,
I've
it
been
was.
married, I have kids now. The most mind-blowing moment of my life had to be when all the swords and Power Rangers came together to form the Megazord. Like he said, he was like maybe 4 years old, and his mind was blown. He was like, he
All
couldn't
the
comprehend it.
swords came together to
Zords.
form the Mega Sword.
Yeah.
Zord.
Megazord.
Megazord.
Zord.
The
I never
Megazord.
watched
I
Power
said
Rangers when I
Megazord.
was-
You said Megazord, but then you said all the swords came together to form the Megazord.
Well, I mean, they are swords, but they're called
they're not.
Zords.
No! The swords do not form
I mean,
the Megazord.
Var, we should have understood what he was saying immediately because he doesn't say swords as swords, it's swords.
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 All the
Well, now this is just confusing.
Sword,
There's,
sword,
I mean,
sword.
when's the last time you
All
heard of
the
a silent
swords
double?
came together to form Excalibur.
Oh yeah.
I love that Warframe.
You know,
Hey,
you know how we can't
but
say
guys,
swear words
wait,
on the
What's up,
podcast?
Var?
Wait, there's more. Be sure to head over to the TTVchannel.com and go to our store page at store.ttvpodcast.com and buy a shirt.
Head
We
over
got a
to the
new shirt coming out
TTVchannel.com.
every single month with this new shirt of the month extravaganza.
Yeah.
And guess what? If you go to the boards at board.ttvpodcast.com, you can vote on the next shirt that we're going to put up on the store next month. That means that you get to decide what we sell. Because, you know, we put all of our trust and faith in all of our community and our fans and everything because we're stupid and we don't understand business tactics.
So, first of all, I'm amazed.
Well, not after that message we don't.
I mean, I gotta say, I'm
It
amazed we're
kills me
still
how
on a
funny
plug.
Var finds this.
Lars' whole strategy is like, I'm just going to sabotage everything if it still makes money.
Then,
I'll take
not
credit for
only
it.
do you get to decide what we put up on our store because you get to run our store, but you also get a lovely discount when you do so. So not only do we allow you to control what we put on our store, but we're basically throwing money at you at this point. Come on,
So
do it.
you're pulling off for Commander Shepard. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store in the Citadel.
I will, yes. Our store is the favorite store in the Citadel. Yes.
The only store.
The only store in the Citadel.
The only store in the TTV Citadel.
Yep.
Anyway,
Oh man.
That's,
I think that's all the plugs.
I think we're good.
Audibletrial.com. Yeah.
Audibletrial.com, where you can listen to voices. Wait, listen to books being voiced. I screwed that.
tried.
Listen to voices.
Try.
Like, I couldn't find voices in my normal life.
If you want
Instead of his candy.
To be perfectly fair, I'm not wrong. You will be listening to voices, you know, actual good voices that are not being filtered.
What?
Good,
What,
good effort.
what kind of, that was...
Thank you.
I was gonna
it's
say,
too
I'm
soon, LJ.
confused.
I
You
appreciate
tried.
the thought,
Gold
but it's
star.
too soon.
See, I
But,
appreciate...
It's like Eljay found a moldy piece of fruit and said, "Hey, want to see how I can make this worse?"
I tried, okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, well, you
I was
so
listening, actually. I was listening to, on my way up to Toy Fair last week, I was listening to The Martian, because I drove several hours out. So, if you guys want to go, like, hear that book, it's a really great audiobook. You should go get it at audibletrial.com.
Is Matt Damon in it?
Matt Damon is not in it. Actually, I kind of feel like the guy who voiced the entire, like, he reads the book is better than Matt Damon. I feel like he gives that character more.
Is it first person,
Character.
the book?
The character, it is first person for part of it. Part of it is the logs Mark Watney's making. Spoilers, not kind of spoilers for people. It's a premise, really. A guy stranded on Mars. So he makes these audio logs about how he survives on Mars. But then it switches to third person when people on Earth are trying to help him.
Right, so it's like a split story, okay.
Right.
Because with Game of Thrones, the guy does different voices than the characters.
I know. You know, and that's another book that I've been meaning. I'm going to hear on my way back. I'm currently in Pennsylvania. I'm going to be traveling back to Illinois. And I'm going to be hearing
like 30 hours long. It's like...
It's a long book.
It
So
is
long.
like...
We have, me and Viper have this episode that's never going to be released. That's us talking about Game of Thrones for TTV Talks.
Don't mention that again,
Oh
please.
yeah, apparently that
I
was
know.
horrible.
It was not the best episode.
horrible.
That's why we scrapped it. That's why you guys haven't heard it.
Horrible.
Now
But-
people are
Horrible.
clamoring for it.
Yeah, now that you've mentioned
be
that it's
on
out,
early.
people are gonna want it.
Well,
It'll
that's
be
what
on
we
early
did a long
access.
time ago. It's not
you
to
can
mention
see
the
on
things we're working on.
Vessel.com /
Yes,
the
definitely.
TTV channel.
All right, guys. I'm working on a new crime thriller for TTV. Oh, wait. Ah, fudge. I wasn't
What's it
supposed
The
to
called?
mysterious
Sherlock
case of the
Holmes.
murdered Eljay. Too many suspects to know who did it.
Yep.
You know who did it?
It's impossible to determine. Everyone has equal motive, and all their fingerprints are on the murder
So
weapon.
it's basically like Cluedo.
So we passed it around.
passed it
like,
around.
Yeah,
Dad,
as
Eljay,
we
like,
were about to
So, okay, you
take
can
the
take the
final
shot.
blow to LJ, we all held the knife together and dropped down to the floor.
I like to imagine that we were all just kind of like hanging from the ceiling like a bunch of ninjas, all in kind of like a chandelier formation where we're each got a hand on like a pole arm because
You're like a
there's
bunch
so
of
many
bats.
hands trying to grab it. And we just
Yeah,
had like
right.
a small dagger at the ropes behind our backs, and as soon as LJ walked underneath, we all just cut the ropes and all of us.
Yeah, we just
fell into the
slice him
pole
to
arm.
pieces
I
like
threw
fresh
his
mango
head.
I
steam.
like
All the
to
way
think
down.
that like we
Struck
actually
him to the
like.
floor. He was standing up dead.
I think that we drew a circle around LJ and was chanting like, "Back to the depths where you belong," and punched a knife into him so he could go back to where he actually belongs. Finally.
Wait.
What? No, I like the
I didn't
ninja
get
idea
it.
more.
Speaking
get
of
it.
belonging and
I couldn't-
where we belong and that kind of stuff. Hey, Meso, is this a Bionicle podcast?
Yes, it's
There's my
No,
trigger.
it's not.
is
Just had to
indeed
make sure
a
we had to mention the obligatory
keyword.
Bionicle.
Should we get it? Should we talk about
trigger
some of
word?
the stuff that went on?
Yeah.
We may as well.
Trigger words. You mean
Let's,
Avak?
I'm thinking let's talk about the actual news first because it won't
Right.
take that long. Get it
Yes.
out of
No,
the way.
there's actually a little
News
bit
sucks.
to discuss.
It's just
We have
propaganda.
one major piece of news this week, and that is we finally have confirmed, straight from Lego, no translations off Netflix's store page, that Bionicle: The Journey to One, at least episode 1, will be premiering on March 4th.
Yes.
That is what we are looking at for that. I don't know if episode 2 will be going along with it, or if it'll be like a week later or whatever. I would assume they both go up at the same time, but don't quote us on that. Lego only released a trailer for episode 1, which is the next bit of news. Trailer.
Okay, yes. So this is the first time
welcome.
outside of like
Oh,
little
boy.
snippets of the character trailers that we've gotten to hear their voices, or at least approximately
It's the
3
first
voices.
one ever.
4 voices.
Not even in the character trailers.
Yeah, and I have a confession to make.
It's okay, Var. We're here for you. We understand.
Oh gosh.
You
I
ready
don't know
for
if I can say
sharing?
it.
I've got a feeling I know what you're going to say.
Mega Bloks
It's just-
is really cool.
No, I feel really bad. Honestly, it gave me nightmares. Like this is such a bad.
I
Please
know it.
don't
I
say
know
it.
it.
Don't
It really
make
should.
Show
take
us
it.
on the brick where the other brick touched you.
Come out with it!
What?
Okay,
I didn't even hear
Call
it.
attention
but
to it.
it's
Just let it
very
slide.
funny.
Anyway, it's just when I watched the trailer,
Don't say
I
it.
never thought I'd actually think to myself,
Don't say it.
Eljay would have made a better Lewa.
Oh yeah!
Dang.
All right.
Dang.
Yeah, it's like I hate to admit it too, but Eljay could have totally done
Thank you.
Yeah, that Lewa voice is very.
Hey, I've heard. I'm sure it's not as bad as some Lewa voices we've heard. Nudge Meso.
I guess honestly, all the voices in this trailer sounded very anime voice acting ish, and not in a good way.
Not like
I wouldn't know
Funimation
because I
voice
don't really
acting,
watch
but more
too
like
much. Yeah.
4Kids.
4 kids.
Yeah, like 4Kids. It sounded like a dub. It was really especially that Umarak voice. Oh God, what did they do to
I think
Umarak?
the Umarak voice is
Well, does he sound like-
voice?
Umarak's voice
deal
sounded
with
like
everything.
something a fan would do in a project.
Umarak's voice
Like,
is probably the biggest disappointment since the Phantom Menace
huh?
for me.
Oh,
That's wow.
hashtag
Umarak's disappointment
Are
savage.
is
you
like-
that excited for the Phantom Menace?
No.
Hey, Kahi, you
Didn't that
say
come
that,
out
but
when I was,
Merlin
like,
Mann
4?
and his friends flew out to New York to see it.
No, but I get Merlin Man. Merlin Man was an adult when it came out. Like, I was like 4 years old when the Phantom Menace came out. I wasn't excited.
But Ven's older than the majority of us.
Ven's older. How old are you, Ven?
Ben's an old man.
I'm like old.
Like,
Hey,
old,
you know,
old? Are
like
you...
I don't want my personal information going out to like the masses. So you
He's
can
sat, in
like.
he's sat in his rocking chair right now.
That's a good point.
You're rocking,
Yeah,
Chad.
smoking on his bubble pipe. But yeah, no, so
Yeah.
here's the thing with the voices. A lot of people have been joking around on the message boards. I'm really bitter about not being picked as Lewa, and I must say, the sting is there. But Lewa is really boring.
Boring.
He's boring. Though the voice I liked in this trailer was Akimu's. Because while it was generic, it was still the most interesting and I think well performed.
It was well voiced. It was the most well acted out of the bunch.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I just
I guess I
imagine
can give him that.
Akimi's voice sounding like Dumbledore's.
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
I don't know. Like Akimu's was okay, but honestly, I never thought I would actually say it either. But I preferred his voice in the animations from 2015 more than here.
No,
Yeah.
no, I like the 2015 animation guy. I like his voice.
Yes.
I mean, like, obviously, him trying to do, like, 12
Several
characters.
voices doesn't work, yeah.
Eventually,
Yeah.
you know.
I kind of was hoping they would keep him around as the narrator.
I
don't
kind of
think
did
they're
too. I
gonna
thought
do
he was
that.
going to be Ikimu. And I
really
would not
cool
have minded
narrator.
that. I think he has a very good voice. It's just, like, it was off-putting to see him, like, try to voice Gali, for example. And I was like, okay. Little.
I will say that I guess I can kind of, like, since we already know that Akimu is going to get, like, a big power-up for the Summer Wave, I can kind of see this voice fitting more with, an Akimu that can actually, like, fight back and, like, do things rather than frail old man Akimu.
A man
So,
Akimu.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's a fair point.
I'm young again.
For me, Leo reminds me of Gresh from The Legend Reborn.
That's exactly what I was thinking. And, well, granted, Gresh was, I think, better acted. It just wasn't very interesting either.
Gresh was, like, not memorable in the least.
Yeah,
No,
he's
nothing
very
in
forgettable.
that movie was really memorable.
I just remember Gresh being
I remember the voice
young
entire
actors,
man.
like
movie
Michael
was
Dorn,
memorable.
Jim Cummings, and Keena's voice all left a rather large impression on me for one reason or another. But, Gresh left nothing. I don't remember a thing Gresh said in the
Well,
whole movie.
Yeah, because
I
obviously...
don't really
Sonic?
remember what he sounded like.
Kinda, he sounded like an
Sonic or
angsty
something like
kid, like a teenager.
Well, obviously,
I remember him being Sonic the Hedgehog, except Gresh the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
obviously, the Oscar-worthy nomination goes to that guy in the crowd that goes, "Get him, Strack!" It's like Leonardo DiCaprio's nominee, and the Oscar goes to
Get him,
Get him,
Strack
Strack.
guy. It's like, voice acting in Bionicle's always been like a controversial subject.
Yes, it's been
Like,
touchy.
whenever they
It's like
try
they
to
can
do
never
it, it
get it
usually
right.
backfires and like people hate it. Which is why I was saying for Journey to One, how about we just don't do voices? How about we just have like beeps and clicks and
Yeah,
stuff?
I was
Okay,
kind of
no.
hoping. No, I was
that's
kind of
terrible
hoping they were
idea.
going to go the silent route.
Yeah.
Kind of like 01 Bionicle did.
Yeah, exactly. And we've seen that executed quite well in the past, at least with fan
Calling out right
projects.
now, Struggle in the Drifts.
Struggle in the
By
Drifts,
Rano.
exactly.
I would have liked a whole show done like Struggle in the Drifts.
Exactly.
It
And
brings like
since
a lot of charm
since
to it as well.
since Netflix and Lego are very international and they have a lot of different shows in a lot of different countries, that would honestly be easier to dub because there wouldn't be anything to dub, just sub.
You're not wrong.
It would be easier to dub. You would have no job at all.
Exactly. Guys, you have to realize you can't just go up to a kids network and like, okay, I want to pitch this show. It's a huge mythology, very active foreign world, alien world with robots. Nobody talks. There's no talking ever.
Yeah,
All
I
of
do
it.
understand it's a bit of a hard sell.
22, for 22-minute episodes, 4 of them, just no talking. No one's ever gonna buy that. You can't have that. I don't get me wrong, love the 2001 stuff. I would like to see that like for internet thing, but you just can't go to a production
It just
studio.
wouldn't work for a
It
show
wouldn't
this
work.
ambitious.
Yeah.
I don't
You're not
necessarily
wrong.
think that's entirely the case. I just don't have any good examples on me right now where it worked.
Well, I think it's because like it hasn't worked.
I mean,
before.
I'm fairly confident that there are some good examples of just
Well, I'm
silent
thinking of
films.
WALL-E
and I'm
at
not
the
even
moment.
talking about like
Yeah,
really
like
there
30
was-
years ago.
You're right. I'm saying that like a kid show without any voices, with just robots doing beeps and whistles, like R2D2ing it the entire way. For
I mean, if you want
everybody,
to get technical, R2D2 is very popular.
right? But you don't have an
not the
R2D2 movie
protagonist
where it's
to
just
the movie.
R2D2.
He's not like the main
Right, and,
character,
like-
is what Kahi's saying.
Right.
And I the WALL-E example makes sense, but that's like, it's one thing for it to be like a cutesy Pixar film versus a TV show.
Yeah.
It also wasn't complete
The
silence for the whole
gimmick
movie.
gets old quick.
Well, I mean,
That is
listen,
also true. There was
Pixar,
speaking in WALL-E as well.
No, yeah,
like
there was.
Pixar does do like short films that don't have a lot of dialogue sometimes, but they're like maybe 6 to 7 minutes, and the expression is given through the characters. The Bionicle characters are not as expressive as Wall-E or Eve, and the
They also wear
animation is not as
masks.
expressive. Right.
And judging from this trailer, I don't think we're gonna go the route of like TLR where the masks can like pop up so you can see their faces. I could be
Probably
wrong on
to,
that, but it
save
looks
on dumb.
like they're just talking.
Yeah,
It's
no, they're
probably,
just talking.
I mean, really, if people are like so inclined, we could just you could do a redub, technically, of this once it
I
comes
wouldn't
out.
necessarily do an exact redub if I were any unsuspecting individual. However, I would certainly do a. Gosh dang it! There's a certain type of style where you like take something like an anime, for example, and then you redub it with some goofy banter that is
Abridged.
Abridged.
There we go. Bionicle abridged.
Bionicle abridged. that
Let's
that
do it.
sounds like a good concept. Well, we should
Copyrighted
think
not
about
by
doing that.
TTV, but we are gonna not do it.
We're gonna not do it.
We're gonna not do it.
You know us so
We
well.
can't do it at this rate. We just announced it. It's done.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. That's
Fair
it.
point.
So,
right.
a popular thing on the message boards right now is it's a side of thought. Let's not judge the voices in this trailer and not bash them until after the show is out.
Fair.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah, that is a fair shout.
I don't agree.
I don't think we have enough to go off of.
I think it's
Okay, well,
perfectly
true.
fair. Because Lego doesn't change voices, or voices do not apparently change from trailers. Two great examples that I found:
Yeah, but
Shima and Nexonites.
Well, that's not
we're
what that
not
dude said.
talking-
Right,
that's not what
right,
it
but,
means.
like-
It's your opinion that might change, not the
We
voices.
don't know the quality of the actual acting yet.
Right.
We've
we
only
could have
seen
got the
based-
two
snippets
based
of
worst
on what you
lines. We
just
could have got
read.
the two best lines.
Based on what you
the
just
only
read,
thing we
that
can
guy's not
judge
saying
is
they're
the
gonna
lines
change.
in the trailer. We can't
Exactly.
judge the voice acting in the show.
This
Just
reminds
the
me
trailer.
of
This
people
was a
like
pretty
Ben Affleck is Batman.
trailer.
What? That can't
I mean,
happen.
Yeah, like
If-
we
And then-
don't have the context for these lines at all. They're just random lines kind of placed in there. So it's like
Right.
like right now we probably don't like this voice, but like I mean, if we actually heard the way Liwa is like actually interacting with the rest of the Toa, and like say there's a serious scene that requires more emotional depth to the voice, and he actually provides, we wouldn't know that until we saw the show.
Okay, maybe that.
Right
Unless
now,
it's like Tommy
criticizing it would make as much
Wiseau
sense
type
as-
of acting, I don't think, it's that simple to kind of decide whether it's
Yeah.
good or bad at the moment.
In that case, this was not a very well done trailer. Like if there are
Yeah,
better
no,
lines.
this is a
This
pretty
trailer
bad
was
trailer.
awful.
Yeah,
this
what-
was
what's up with
probably
this
the
trailer?
worst trailer I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I mean,
I-
They
don't
shouldn't have even made it. We were perfectly fine with the character clips. We were hyped enough. And then they had to release this and, like,
I don't
tank
know.
it all.
I don't know who they have who did the audio work for this trailer, but my god, It's terrible. I don't know what that stupid reverb effect they did
Yeah,
to the voices was supposed to be.
I think
don't
it's
know what
their
it was supposed
attempt to make them
symbolize or
sound
anything.
mechanical. It's like a voice modulation filler.
Yeah, but it sounds so
Akimu,
bad.
Akimu doesn't have that though. All the lines that are like trailer lines, like Akimu's talking to the audience, it doesn't have that filter. It's only the lines that are from scenes that are out of context that they add that filter for.
Maybe
I think it's
Akimu
supposed
doesn't
to.
have the filter for whatever reason. Maybe
That's
he's
stupid.
more organic.
That makes less sense than what I'm about to suggest, which is what I'm pretty sure is what they did. It's just that they added that filter to all the out of context scenes, just so you can establish that those are meant to be like out of context scenes that Akeem was talking over. It's supposed to be like a trailer thing, but they did it awfully.
Well, it could be as bad as the Terminator one that came out last year. That spoiled basically a movie twist.
It's kind of like what we did with the Biocraft trailer, and we had like the lines of dialogue from like certain characters, but it was kind of played with like more of an echo effect, so it sounded like it was off in the distance and more broody dreary kind of thing.
Yes, I remember
Interesting.
that.
Basically, the exact same effect that they were trying to go for, but it just sounds terrible. I think we did it better in our Biocraft trailer. That wasn't even a good trailer.
Ooh.
Snap.
I'm not gonna lie though.
what
The
I've
thing
got
about the
from this
Biocraft
is
trailer is that like the trailer that we're seeing here basically doesn't show us anything. Like it's just a bunch of clips that we've seen before in the character trailers, just cut together.
But that is true. Yeah, it's not even like it shows new footage or anything. It's like
I
don't
mean,
know what's
the
going
thing
on
is
here.
like it doesn't show the premise of anything. Like there's no even opening shot of Okoto where they're like, you know, in the island of Okoto, Makuta has there's nothing. It's just kind of like evil is rising. Deal
Evil
with it.
is rising!
The description
with
for
it.
Bionicle G2, everybody.
That's
Evil
a
is
great
rising.
slogan. Evil is rising. Deal with it. I love it.
Evil is rising.
Thank you.
That's
Voice acting hurts.
Marketing hurts. Why can't we get a good show?
Oh, hey,
Oh.
no,
I don't know
hey,
that. Come on.
This show's
Give the show a
probably
little
still
credit.
gonna be
At
good.
least we're getting a show.
Yeah. We were complaining about this last year. It seems like all we do is complain. We were complaining, why don't we get a show
we
now?
do.
So finally
Satisfied.
freaking get a show. And then it's like,
Anything.
Guys, it was a joke.
I mean,
I'm
it's
sure
like
show
the
would be great.
Bionicle fans
No, I
want
know,
good
but I'm
quality
acknowledging
stuff.
people
When we
who
don't
yeah,
get
I'm
that,
not.
we
Some people will
complain.
be like, you know, some people are actually like this though, where they all they do is complain
exactly.
once they get something. We're getting a Netflix show, guys. We're getting a TV show that's animated by Bionicle with all these voice actors. That's pretty much
Animated by
everything
Bionicle.
By Bionicle, for Bionicle.
for Bionicle.
Bye, Bionicle.
See,
That
I
was
haven't.
amazing.
You're probably going to chastise me for this, but I haven't actually seen the trailer yet. So,
Oh.
So why are you talking?
Why? Yeah.
hey,
Even
my,
in this discussion,
my opinion can
the
still be
entire
put to
time you could have been
value.
watching the trailer.
Yes, your opinion would still hold value had you seen the trailer.
Live reactions. Go, Viper, go.
You're just like Kahi trying to like diss on Greg when he hasn't even read the books.
I have read
well,
some
it's
of the
just
books.
like
I haven't read
made
every
any
single
comments
book.
in regards to like the actual trailer because I don't know what to say.
I
But you
repeat,
guys saying
why
that
are
you
you
should
talking?
judge.
And then-
Yeah, but I'm saying you shouldn't judge something based on a trailer.
You should watch the
Viper
trailer.
live
yeah,
reaction.
you're right.
Bring it. Watch it.
Viper's not commenting on the trailer. She's commenting on what we're doing as a result of watching this trailer. So
Yeah,
her
you're
opinion's
like
still
sat there
valid.
saying, "Oh, the voice acting is gonna suck." It's like, but you haven't seen it all.
Hey, you haven't seen the trailer.
That doesn't matter. No, she's
But
yeah,
she's
it
still
doesn't
disappointed.
matter.
matters because it gives her a perspective from where we're coming from.
But I've seen other trailers. It's not
Yeah,
like
but
I've
you
never
haven't
seen
seen
the
this
trailer.
one!
I've seen other trailers too. Remember the Dark Knight trailer? Oh boy, just like this
Well,
one.
like Var said, Ben Affleck as Batman.
That was Kahi, actually.
That was Meso,
Sorry,
I think.
Kahi.
No, that was me.
Not bad.
You guys
But
don't
wait
even
a
know
second.
who said it.
I know who said it. I don't know why.
Kahi.
Wait,
No,
wait.
it was SpongeBob.
Why did you bring up the Dark Knight trailer?
No,
What was that
it's
about?
just like Viper's here going. Oh, I've seen other trailers. Yeah, the Dark Knight trailer, just like this one. Just because you've seen other trailers doesn't mean this one's like other trailers.
No, but she's saying she's seen other trailers and seen other movies, and how trailers and movies
Yeah, and how
sometimes
trailers like
not represented well.
miscommunicate some
But
things.
and then sometimes they're really accurate.
are right. But
Yeah, you're
I
right.
get what
but
she's
sometimes
saying.
they're
Iron Man
not.
three.
I know
This
I'm right.
might not be. You can't say that it's accurate or not until we've seen the actual product.
Yeah, there's
So
yeah.
saying the voice
I mean,
actor
people-
sucks.
But still, she should still see the trailer.
Yes, I'm getting
Sure,
to
but it
that.
doesn't validate what she's saying.
Then get to it.
Hurry up!
I linked
Pushy,
it.
pushy, and bossy, LJ.
Yeah, that's how he is.
Excuse
You'll
me,
get
but
used
like
to it.
40 seconds. Just do it.
Yup,
bossy.
babe. Yup.
Gosh,
Pushing me.
Viper, you're late. You get here 2 minutes before we start, and you don't even bother to watch the material we're going to
I
discuss
didn't even know
today.
there was a
Jeez.
trailer.
Wow!
Boom.
You know, who went
wait,
through the
no.
trouble yesterday of putting up that news video? Oh, no,
Yeah,
screw
good guy,
that.
man.
That
Yeah,
doesn't
so,
matter. Ben's
it's kinda-
news? Nah.
It's kind of funny,
Schmed
man.
news.
How great that you've done one news video, Ben. Thank you.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
like it's really
I love
funny
people
though
who are
because like
attacking each
I
other.
woke
It's
up,
funny.
I saw the news. I didn't watch the video. I walk into.
Oh, you didn't watch the video? Then your opinion
Wow.
isn't face value.
Wow,
Let's
yeah,
see
your
how it
opinions
is.
don't matter, I guess.
I kid you
So,
not.
The difference is that LJ wasn't criticizing anything about the trailer or saying or making any kind of comment until he saw it.
What? No, LJ is not saying any. Viper's not saying anything about the trailer. She's saying something about our opinions after watching the trailer.
Yeah, she never said anything.
She never said any comment on the actual trailer.
I wonder if she actually did, and we're just forgetting about it. And like Var's gonna go back and edit this podcast and find something she said, and we're gonna just like get on her case about that for ages.
Okay, I've just watched it.
What did you think?
I agree with Umarak being a disappointing voice. He sounds like... Actually, he kind of sounds like Starscream.
What are you
People
doing?
have been
You
saying
can't.
that.
He's
There's
like,
been a lot
"I'll
of
get
Transformer
you,
comparisons
Megatron."
made. Some people say he's like G1 Megatron. A lot of more people say Starscream. from
Yeah.
what I've seen.
Well, I think we can all agree that the
get
voice
you.
acting in this trailer is pretty bad. But that
It
doesn't
doesn't
mean the
fit
voice
his
acting in the
character
show is
very
going to be
well.
very bad. Because we've only seen, like, what, 3 characters, really? We don't know how Tahu or...
Well,
Kopaka
all that
or
we
who-
know is that Tahu will say "woohoo."
Already
I forget about
unfitting.
that.
It is pretty unfair.
Oh, well, I mean, Kopaka had a woohoo line last year, too, so I guess it's
Yeah.
just they're obligated to include
And
a
I mean,
woohoo line every
I
year.
don't mind that.
Sponsorship
It's
by
like,
Woohoo.
They're gonna have fun, okay? They're sliding on lava and ice, and it's a lot of fun.
Shut up.
Have you
Tarak
ever
has
said
knees.
woohoo? Have any of you actually just said woohoo while doing something fun?
No,
Yes.
I think
I've
I
never
said it like
woohoo.
in jest, like
Yeah, because it sounds
playing
stupid.
Halo. Yeah, like when I'd be playing Halo, driving a Warthog.
Like,
and,
if I heard somebody
I'd, like,
actually
hit
go
a-
woohoo while we were like, I don't know, friggin' paintballing. You're
Right.
like, really, dude?
Like,
Okay,
Really?
Go up on
I
the
don't know
hill
about
and
paintballing,
woohoo?
but like I feel like I probably have said woohoo before.
Or
Like, on a roller
you're on a
coaster.
roller coaster, everyone's like, yeah, screaming,
Okay.
and then you hear
I've-
someone
yeah,
next
but
to you
like
go,
Meso specifically brought up Meso specifically brought up Halo, and I feel like there have been several moments where we've been like riding around in a warthog, like dodging like freaking wraith blast or something, flying into the air and then screaming.
Yeah.
yes, I have
okay,
done
no,
that.
I'm
fair
pretty
enough.
sure that has happened before.
Fair
And now-
I
enough.
think
That's
it's kind
different.
of the execution
But that is
of
different.
the
That's
woohoo
Like
more
going
as
like,
well.
it's different than going down
More
to
than a-
woohoo.
Different. You changed one letter.
no, technically it's changing 2 letters, because woohoo consists of 2 O's in the woo.
No,
But what if I
you
spell
changed the
it
H into one row.
W-H-O-O?
And it's just,
Here's
yeah.
what I've
Now I'm
gathered.
with Meso on this one. You just changed one letter. It's the H into an O, and it's just woo.
Hey,
No, just an extra O.
you know what?
Sensei, woo!
Sensei woo.
Woo is
I gotta say, this is what I've gathered from this. I want to be on a roller coaster with Ven and say woohoo the entire way.
I'm just gonna like hurt you.
Okay, well,
Ben's gonna
That
take your
throw you
seatbelt
the
off.
roller coaster.
Yeah, it's like he's gonna unclick the seatbelt. It's like woohoo this, click, wee.
Yeah, and if I fail to like get you thrown out of the roller coaster, I'll just throw myself out of the roller coaster. That's either way.
literally committing wooicide.
Yep. Sensei
Wow.
woohoo.
Wow, woo is
Glad you're
okay.
able to bring that back. Ugh. Bionicle is dead.
Oh,
Don't
Bionic-
give
Well,
up,
I mean,
no.
alright, Umarak did disappoint me quite a lot.
Yeah, Umarak.
What? Okay,
See, I was expecting dark and brooding, not like not even brooding, just dark, just like deeper.
Yeah.
Something different.
But no.
Not cackling psycho voice was not what I was
I
expecting.
mean, I guess
Yeah.
if you're alive for thousands of years and you can't even do your job enough to capture one of 6 different animals, you're gonna go kind of nuts.
he is
Umarak
like the
is kind of a
hunter,
failure.
and he's never like captured any of the 6 creatures he specifically
Like,
created to hunt.
Exactly. If Umarak were a hillbilly, he would be made fun of by other hillbillies.
I can see what happened. Like, he went to catch.
Creatures,
If Umarak was a hillbilly,
don't
he would be
judge
made
me.
fun of by other hillbillies. All right, hold up. Let's play Eljay's brain real quick.
Oh yeah.
Let's play Eljay's brain. Mark,
Oh, my favorite
Mark,
game.
what do you
Are
think?
they making
he's
fun of him
trying
because
to
he
say-
failed to like hook
think-
up with his sister
I
or
think that might be
something?
it. I think like hillbillies
Oh,
hunt,
my
and because Umarak is not a good hunter, all the other hillbillies are laughing. He's like,
Hilly-
we also have nice reindeer.
Hillybilly. Yes.
Woohoo,
Umarak. The Hillybilly.
Umarak, the Hillybilly.
All the other hillbillies.
All the
Yeah,
other hillbillies
Hillybilly.
just laugh and call them names. That's what I'm saying.
My gosh, in an attempt to mock me.
No.
Mocked yourself.
I'm still. There, I still don't know what that means.
What's
We're
up,
still
I
like,
guess you could call that a
Welcome to the
self-mock.
mock spotlight.
Put that on the spotlight.
I'll do it.
that was okay.
In terms of appearance, this mock receives a 0 out of 5.
Oh,
Good job, Kahi.
Man, I thought you were gonna go like the really weird route you always go and be like, in terms of appearance, you're a 10 out of 10. It's like, yeah, man,
I've
you would say that.
never once said that ever in my life, even though it
like
sounds
you
like,
have
something.
said
Even
that
to his
before.
It
girlfriend.
sounds like something I would say. I won't doubt that, but I don't think I've ever said that ever.
Yeah, I know. I just thought that's what you were gonna
You
say.
know? Then why are you bringing it up?
Because I said that, I thought that's what you were gonna say.
No!
But
Stop!
All right, let's resolve this hillbilly thing. What does that mean, Eljay?
it's exactly what I mean, you're right. It's like stereotypically hillbillies hunt. It's like, man, you see that buck over there? Yeah, I do, Jeremiah. Let me go get it.
I think LJ's been watching too much Duck Dynasty.
I've never seen an episode of that. But yeah, it's
They
like
have beards, I think. I think they hunt yetis.
They
I
have
think-
beards. That's
I
all.
think that you are correct. That they
Duck
do
Dynasty
have
has a
beards.
video game. It's a next gen.
They do. I saw that at Walmart.
Does. I watched Angry Joe.
We should.
Walmart seems like the kind of place that would have a Duck Dynasty.
I mean,
shelves.
I'm thinking just
Every
kind of
time
like
I
an
go to
arcade
Walmart,
game,
I
right? We just
legit,
shoot.
like, no joke, I see a lot
deer.
of Duck Dynasty merchandise.
Yeah,
A
no.
lot.
I mean, listen. There's so much Duck Dynasty merchandise at my Walmart. It's like
I just don't get it.
hats
What's the
and
big
jackets.
deal?
it's like think
Just
about this,
ducks.
guys. What
They
would you
don't-
guys call the folks on Duck Dynasty? How would you describe them?
Stupid.
Hillybillies.
See, hillybillies,
Leeches.
exactly. So they
How does a duck have a dynasty?
So anyway, they go hunting, and they are a stereotype of hillbillies. So, if Umarak were a hillbilly, he would be mocked by other hillbillies because he can't hunt. Because hillbillies
I didn't-
hunt.
Are you sure it's not the fact that he's
Hillbillies
called
know how to
Umarak
mock?
the Hunter, but he can't hunt anything?
What if, though, what if he can hunt, he's just, like, inept at fighting? So, like, he tries for, like, hundreds of years to capture one creature, he ends up capturing Ketar, but then all the other creatures come and break him out, and they just beat him up. Like, kick him down on the ground and start, like, kicking him in the chest.
Yeah, that's like
Give me your lunch money.
he's like, you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. Get him! Put his head in the toilet.
Yo, squad up.
Squad!
squad up.
Creature squad.
When the hunter messes with you and your squad.
Oh boy. Alright. Well, I think we've talked about the trailer long enough.
No,
Yeah.
we haven't talked about the trailer long enough.
What do you think, guys? You make the executive decision. Look at the time we're at right now.
You're
Do
fired.
you think you even want to go into...
We should address
Yes.
it. We do need to address it because we said that we would at some point, and I know we're going to possibly do another video about this, but we should at least address it right now so that the people watching the podcast can kind of get
Shoot.
a quick summary of what happened. Well, you want to open
Yeah.
with this, or you want me to take it?
No.
I don't want to talk about it either.
I can
it's
talk
your
about it. I
idea.
wasn't even there.
Alright, here, I'll
It's
do
my,
it.
it's my
So
idea to
basically,
like keep people
Kai
informed.
and Var went to New York and they screwed everything up. That's why we never report on it. There.
Actually,
We're off to a great start.
it was really really not like it was fault, but yeah, kind of. that we were able to get a press badge, and press releases into Toy Fair. Basically,
There you go.
we were able to go to Toy Fair. We were able to go to the Toy Fair convention and walk around, unbeknownst to us, because we were new and we didn't just know what to expect from there. Lego has everything by appointment. The booth is entirely closed off, and I did not realize this. People were coming out. I went inside the booth before someone caught me and said, "Hey, you actually have to have an appointment." One, there were no summer sets there by the time I got in. I got them like a little later on. Was it Saturday? Saturday, right? So when it's opened last Saturday. So the summer sets were already gone, and we were not able to get any footage because I was told that we had to be there for appointment. We tried to get one, but apparently they had all been booked up beforehand. Basically, that's what happened. Me and Var just kind of just hung
Having
around.
a press badge alone wasn't enough to actually get inside
Right.
of the Lego.
Not an Lego booth, specifically. Maybe the rest of the Toy Fair.
I mean, it seemed like the big companies like Mattel and Lego were
and Lego
blocked off.
were blocked
All these
off.
smaller ones weren't, so you could just go around and see anything you wanted to, as
Right.
long as it wasn't like a big major company. The major companies all needed appointments.
It was. I didn't try to do any other companies other than Mattel and Lego, because Mattel has Creo and stuff, and we're hoping to get some stuff of that. And Lego obviously is the one that we really wanted to be at. But we came by several times. We asked them to put our names, in the thing and tell us if somebody wasn't there, or anything, and just there were no open appointments from what the lady said. And it was a shame too, because they're like, it has to be a guided tour to go around. And I'm like, listen, I understand that you guys have a tour process for retailers. That's great. We just we know about all these products. We just want to get some footage. If you can just kind of stand there, we'll just go over stuff real quick. We'll do everything about 10 minutes tops. And they're like, sorry, we have to, it's procedure,
their job, isn't it?
right? I get it, but
You said Mattel has Creo?
You're done.
Yeah, Creo's in the
Hasbro.
Oh, was it Hasbro?
Yeah, that's Hasbro.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mattel has Mega Bloks.
Indeed.
but does Mattel have Mega Bloks?
Wait, Mattel has Mega Bloks? I didn't know that.
Give
know
me
that.
a moment.
I thought they were owned by Mega Brand.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Let me see what Mattel has.
Mega Brands is a subsidiary.
You're right, huh?
Is it? No,
yeah.
is it actually?
They
Or did you
acquired
look that
Mega
up?
Brands in 2014.
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay, all right. So it's recent.
Absolutely
All right, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
looking for Mega Brands in the thing too, because I saw some people gotten some footage from.
Yeah, I could
Mega
not
Bloks.
see Mega Bloks anywhere in the listing, so that's interesting.
All right, that makes sense.
In that case, it's kind of funny because Mega Bloks is right next to the Lego.
Right. You know what? I guess so. Yeah, Mattel is right across from Lego. Literally the thing right across from the
That was a challenge.
booth.
Yeah, I guess so. They were challenging each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and you needed an appointment to get into both of them, so it's like, yeah.
Mattel's
It's basically a
Yeah.
complete way.
Yeah, basically it was a complete waste of a trip. And the worst part is you couldn't. There was no information about the appointments or anything on the Toy Fair website.
Not that I could see. I mean, granted, there was none. Just right over. There might have been something. I'm not gonna say that I looked
Well,
through
no,
every
I
single.
absolutely I looked through all the emails we were given. And I looked through the registration system on the site itself, and I even looked through all the pamphlets.
Yeah,
and books
no,
that
I did
we were
that. I did
given
that as well.
at the convention as well.
Afterwards, yeah.
Not a single mention of appointments anywhere at all.
We even if we knew there were appointments, would have no idea how to get one beforehand. We at the booth we did we asked one of the people there, and they were able to give us direct us as to where we need to go in order to actually sit down and email these people and say, can we get an appointment for Toy Fair next year? So they showed us there, but we had to be there at the event. So I don't know, that wasn't
we knew how to
available
do
online
it for next year,
right?
But for this year, we had no clue how to do it, and I
Right.
don't know how you would have found that information out. We would have had to have asked somebody else that was already used to the system, like BZP or Brick Show, how they actually go about doing it. Otherwise, I don't see how
we could have done it.
you could have done it
Yeah.
without asking someone beforehand.
Well,
It was weird. It was weird because it's just like there was no information about this anywhere. I didn't see it anywhere. I know, like, I'm sure if you were a lug, you probably would have had this information given to you, like BZ Power, like a user group.
I think so.
I'm
I'm not sure
those
how they
people
got
probably
it.
had the appointments set up for them. But as far as independent companies going in, I'm not exactly sure how you would have known about this ahead of time.
And I'm sure, I mean, all these shows, the Brick Show, BZ Power, they've been at Toy Fair for several years going forward. That's not like, it would be a thing where they would be contacted regardless. I feel like, if they changed their policy because they've been such a mainstay for a long time. But that being said, we were kind of short-sighted here. I spent, me and Var basically killed ourselves trying to get up there in time. And
Blindsided?
Blindsided?
Blindsided, that's what it is. It's not short-sighted, I know that much.
Yeah. I'm only thinking short-changed.
maybe
That's what I was thinking of.
Takuma knows out of experience.
Short-changed and blindsided. Both of those. At the same time, basically.
Anyway, but yeah, we worked to get the press badges, thinking that press badges would be all we needed.
And
alas,
to be fair,
I mean, technically it was. Like, we were able to get into the convention.
If
we just couldn't get into the Lego booth.
If we wanted to cover any other, just toys in general, we still would have had a decently good day by just going over to the other booths. But we're a Lego channel. We know. If we can't get into Lego, we basically have nothing. So we basically had nothing. And that's why if you see all the videos or pictures or stuff, they're not actual video footage taken. Meso and Eljay were still very able, very capable of getting those videos up, and full props to them.
And thank you to the picture sources we were able to use.
Yeah, but man, we wasted so much money and time and energy trying to get there.
Yeah,
it was
that's unfortunate.
Me and Var were running on about maybe an hour and a half's worth of sleep in the past 2 days. In order to get there,
Kai, you drove all the way from
I
Illinois,
drove
all the way
15
up to New York,
hours from
and Var
Illinois.
was getting off a long work shift.
Yeah, Var got off work
ride.
He was his boss scheduled
I
him.
didn't go to bed. Yeah. I worked from 6 to 12. Instead of going to sleep, I got off my work, packed my bags, and drove.
You were there from 6
to
to
the
2
airport.
in the morning.
What?
You were there from 6 to 2 in the morning, weren't you? Because 6 to 12 is only 6 hours. Don't you work like an 8
Oh,
hour
right.
shift?
Yeah, you're right. That was a different shift. Yeah, it was 6 to 2 a.m.
Right.
in the morning. I worked.
Yeah.
Got off work, packed my bags, drove 2 hours to the airport, and paid out of pocket to go to New York.
Literally,
Yeah.
I left
So-
Thursday night, and I drove 15 hours.
So yeah, I didn't sleep at all that night.
Friday. I drove 15 hours, got in New York, slept. I slept in a rest stop at a gas station for an hour and a half. And then I was in New York. I'm like, all right, at least it'll all be worth it. I can just get this footage and get out and go to bed. And there was nothing to be had.
And there were a couple hours where you were there and Var wasn't. Right?
Those were the longest hours of my life. I was like, I wanted to go to bed because I'm like, we don't have an appointment here. I wanted to go to bed. The hotel would not let us check in until 3 o'clock. So I literally had to go around and walk around the convention and find a place where I could just lay down. But I couldn't go to sleep. Every time I went down, I'm like, I can't believe I'm going to be here for another 48 hours and there's nothing we can do.
So I want to address that in just a moment. Var, what happened to you as you were trying to get back home at the airport? You were possibly going to spend some extra cashola to just get home.
That was also pretty bogus.
That was just a misunderstanding. It was really stupid, though.
Oh, okay.
There's literally no point in telling that story, though.
Oh, okay. In that case, Kahi, so you were in a place you didn't know. You were without a home, without a place to sleep, and you were looking for somewhere in the public eye to lie down and rest. Were you technically a hobo?
No, because I did have somewhere to sleep at night. I was just looking for somewhere to rest.
Okay. All right.
Wow. Clever distinction right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
it's not like I didn't
just
know where I
wanted
was
to
going to
see
stay.
if,
I was just in the middle of my day.
If he was a hobo, we have to get a video of him punching himself and post it to the channel.
I am, we did have a very nice night that evening with Telalik and Hordika and Tirakai. Is that how do you say those names? Is that how you say
You
it?
said it right.
I believe that's correct.
I believe that's correct. I go from I switch between Tiraki and Tirakai 50-50.
We'll have to ask her one of these days. Okay, so they...
but
It's Turakai.
I told you because
Very
I
nice.
knew
Turakai?
them. I
Okay.
talked to them for an interview on our channel. It's still up. I definitely recommend anyone who's listening to this to go watch it. They are so nice. They are just the nicest people.
Look at this. I got a keychain. He gave me a keychain.
Wait,
I got a keychain on my key.
I've asked
now.
you if it's a keychain or a dog tag.
Well, I guess it is a dog tag. I have it,
It's a dog tag.
but I have it on
I
my
don't know
key.
why you said keychain.
Like,
Yeah.
not-
No,
I
have
haven't
it-
seen it.
I have it
from
on my
either
keychain.
you. I want to see it one of these days because I have a keychain.
We'll see it in August.
I have it on my keychain.
It's a
so
dog
when
tag
I was,
that says
yeah,
Bionicle.
It's a dog tag that
Okay.
says Bionicle, but it's on my keychain. So when I was saying I have a keychain, I'm referring to my keychain that has the Bionicle dog tag on it.
Wow, it's still out.
All right then.
But it's really cool, and we're able to help him set up his. He moved recently, so he is unpacking his mask collection, and we're able to see all the rare ones that he has acquired, including the legendary White Huna.
The legendary White Huna. I got to hold that thing.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was like,
For the audience, how much is that valued at? I forgot.
It's anywhere between 50 to 3,000.
Yeah. $3,000 mask.
That-
You just handed it to me, and I'm like, I'm holding this.
Yeah,
okay,
now, that's not
listen.
necessarily to say that he paid 3,000. That's just a
But-
former estimated worth.
Right.
It's sold at some point for that.
can
but,
you? If I had a $3,000 mask, Var, I've known you for years. I would never give it to you just holding your hand. I would have locked it in a safe and stored it deep underground. And so this is a picture on my phone. This is even the White Huna. This is a normal Huna that I photoshopped to be white. So you can kind of get an idea of it, so you don't taint it with your eyes.
And I remember
You're
we had
never
a
gonna look on
discussion-
this.
We had a discussion about that mask a while ago, and I think that's on the channel too. When we were talking about the Platinum Evoki, and we were saying, "What's so special about a White Huna? It's just like a slightly brighter shade of gray."
Wait, brighter shade of gray. No, it's pretty rare.
It's
pretty cool.
phenomenal.
It's really cool.
And we're going to be seeing him in August, which I'm so excited for.
But you know what, LJ? You're not going to be able to hold the Huna.
That's okay.
he's not gonna bring it.
You know what?
I'm gonna
Meeting
have-
TLH is going to be as though I were holding a Huna. It's going to be special.
It is going to be special. They're one of the nicest people I've had the pleasure of having an evening with.
Well, I mean, you'll get to shake his hand, so that's the closest you'll get to touching the Huna.
By proxy.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Wow.
Whatever
And-
was on that
yeah.
Huna is still on his hand.
we
So
were
once you
joking
shake
about
that hand, you're gonna
unless
have
he,
it too.
Washes his hand or takes a shower.
Nah, you can just ask him, hey, before you leave, can you just touch your Huna? And then
yeah, and just not
Leave that
shower
hand
the
alone
entirety
for a
of this
while.
trip. Just don't shower until you meet me. Go
Leave
from your house in New
stick
York.
your
and just-
arm out of the shower. So that you don't get anything
don't
on
wash your hands. You go to the bathroom, just don't wash them. Just for me.
it. The White Huna runs strong in my family. My father has it. My sister has it.
Has it?
Yeah,
You
I'm
have
really
it, too.
excited for August, guys.
I'm really excited as
You
well.
can have that power too.
Oh, this is gonna be incredible.
You could put the hinges in the hands too, LJ.
Oh no! Alright, well yeah, that's basically Toy Fair. Just so you
Yup.
all know what happened. Thank you too for the explanation. It's a fairly bad situation, but it was nothing either of you could have done. So we'll just do better next year if we decide to go again.
I mean, yeah, it's not that bad. It was just kind of an inconvenience.
It was like-
it set back some plans.
Yeah.
And obviously, I spent money on it, so that kind of sucks. But I mean, I still had a good trip. So,
It was
yeah,
it was
whatever.
still fun being with our in New York. We got to see Deadpool. We got to go around and sightsee all the cool places in New York that we wanted to see. So
Yeah, we basically
Nice.
took a vacation.
yeah, basically we had a fun vacation.
Just a vacation I didn't really want.
I was taking a
A vacation I
at
felt
the-
horribly guilty for taking the entirety of the way
Yeah,
through.
yeah, Viper, you've been gone for a
Yeah,
while
I was
too,
taking a
I'm sure.
vacation at the same time. I was in Berlin, in Germany.
Yeah,
Well, you
I
know,
saw
that's
that.
nice,
Nice
for
for
Germany, but I mean,
Okay.
Jinx, you
Yeah,
owe me
so-
a frappe, Meso.
hey, I hate frappe.
So, I
Cool, you
didn't
can
know
buy
how
one
Brick Fair
and
went.
You've probably never even had one.
You'd be right.
Caught in his own lies.
Alright, tell you what, Meso, you can have a sip of the frappe that you're gonna buy me.
Choke on your lies and swallow on your greed. So.
That's just like the Bionicle fans. Oh, I hate the Netflix show. I haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah, Viper, how was your trip?
Yeah, it was really fun. I walked for a very long time
You walked?
around Berlin.
Walked.
And there's a lot of cool places to go there. It's got this It's got kind of like rebellion written all over it, like side like things. I saw chain link fences, and I felt
Yes,
they're lightning.
chain
I
link
felt at
fences
home.
are a
all
sign of
American
Actually,
rebellion.
there wasn't any lightning, but yeah, there was just graffiti. Like, usually that sounds quite bad, but there was some really nice artistic graffiti, like up on buildings and things like that. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, you know,
Take any
Viper,
pictures or vlogs?
I'm curious, Viper. Did you go to Germany when you were in Berlin?
Is that
Is that
That's
a
a
joke?
joke.
That's
That's-
okay.
Is that a joke?
I'm just saying. I'm like, he might be this stupid.
See,
I don't know.
I was almost paralyzed by how
He was
stupid
homeschooled.
that joke was.
It's like it sounded really, really funny in my head, but then like, I kid you not, it was like, man, that sounds really funny. Did you go to Germany when you were in Berlin? But
And then you said it. Don't
then I
worry,
said
Eljay.
it.
No,
You were
it's not
familiar?
like it's a new
It
concept.
sounded
for
funny
you.
in my head, but then when I said it, so it wasn't funny. But it was funny in my head, so when I said it, it was like, but it wasn't funny. But it was funny in my head, so when I said it,
Shut up.
Is he trying to do like a meta thing? Is he trying to like make fun of the stuff that's funny in his own head, and he's doing that while making fun of what Eljay's thinking?
no, I'm saying what I think is funny because I think you might find it funny, but it turns out it wasn't funny. But hey, it was funny in my head, so
Can
when
we
I
end?
But Vaughn, we haven't hit an hour yet.
This is a very interesting
It
episode.
doesn't have to be an hour.
Yeah,
So-
we can give the audience 5 minutes of their time back.
Okay.
time
do
back.
Because heaven
Yeah.
knows we
You all
wasted
on.
more than that.
I
Oh,
Oh, all right. Well, I guess that wraps up the TTV Podcast, episode 183. Thank you all for listening to our discussion today.
You're welcome.
And please feel free to check us out on Vessel at vessel.com/the TTV channel for 1 week early access to all of our content. And go vote for the shirt of the month on board.ttvpodcast.com. Is Vin still currently winning?
yes.
yeah,
All right.
another
Rip
one.
Purple shirt.
Question.
Another one.
That was a question. I haven't checked in a while. I
Then
was
buy your
legit
mama
curious.
a house.
Stop
I mean,
this.
it's just votes,
So-
it's not money.
Yeah, and then audibletrial.com/TTD fun times. So, thank you all very much for watching, and we will see you all next week for the next exciting episode. I'm Meso.
I'm Vardaran.
I'm LJ.
I'm Kahi.
I'm Venom.
I'm Viper.
And I'm Takuma Nova.
And farewell, everybody.
Fares thee well.
guys.
Fare thee well.
Fare thee
Mental
well,
gem.
hillbillies.
Oh, get me
whatever.
some
Hillybilly.
Hillybillies.
Hillybillies.
Yeah, they're-
Hilly
Hilly
billy.
willy nilly billies.
All right, bye.
Jambalaya.